Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Okay. Hey, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on this planet Earth. Your brother King Simon is in the building. We got a great show for you tonight. We got the one, the only Melanin B coming in the building. Oh yeah, we got a wonderful show to y'all. How y'all doing, man? We gonna have a wonderful laughing show. That's right, we gonna laugh, we gonna giggle, we gonna do all kinds of stuff. We got a beautiful sister. She is not only a comedian, she's a comedian, of course. She's also an entrepreneur, a laugh specialist, a laugh yogi, and a corporate wellness coach with comedian and therapeutic laughter she brings to the audience. So remember, those dollars need to flow at her Cashapp at $HEALarious. And don't forget her Zelle and her Venmo. And don't forget, of course, holistically HEALarious at Gmail. You can email her. And also, you can also show her some love through her Linktree, Facebook, and her TikTok. And she got some great content on TikTok. She got some great content on Facebook. And her Linktree is linked to everything possible that you want to get from her. It is what it is. You got to show her some love, man. She's coming up She's coming up in the next 5 minutes. Just want to remind everybody, this coming Wednesday, we're going to be speaking to the one, the only Selena Cordoba. She'll be speaking about healing with natural products. So we will be with her this coming Wednesday, myself and the one, the only Carrie Ann Ingram. And remember, this is your last few days for my webinar. You want to sign up for my webinar so you can learn to do this, at least basically for yourself. Learn how to guide yourself through numerovation, applied numerovation. And of course, to close out the month, we got Baba Phil Valentine. Baba Phil Valentine will be closing out the month live and direct right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Let me turn down some of this volume here. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in and locking in. Please tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your cousin that King Simon is in the building. So please like, subscribe, share, and remember, sharing is caring for all those people who care. Okay, family, how was your weekend? I hope your weekend was fine, just like mine. Mine was fine. I just did a rhyme. Hope your weekend was fine, just like mine. Hope your weekend was fine, just like mine. Ooh, ow! Hope your weekend was fine, just like mine. Had a good weekend. Thursday, of course, I was at the spoken word performance at the Black Dot Cultural Center in Lithonia. I don't live too far from there, so I went out there and showed up and showed out. I even performed. People haven't heard me perform in a long time, so when I get on the mother flipping stage, it's cray, baby. And do remember, if you want to sponsor my program or you want to be part of that commercial break, very reasonable price, all you have to do is either email Carrie Ann Ingram or email King Simon, KSPTV Media at Gmail. Remember, advertisement doesn't cost, it pays. Yes. Pays well too. I remember working for a major radio station, and we had a board meeting about advertisement, the importance of advertisement. So, I wrote that in the back of my book called No Promotion is Bad Promotion, Just Spell My Name Right. I wrote that about sponsorship and advertisement and all that. I also wrote my 10th chapter. That was why it was revised, because I only had 9 chapters, but my 10th chapter was actually sponsorship and the importance of sponsorship. So I spoke about that because I was one back in the day with our team. We were able to galvanize at least $125,000 or more of sponsorship back in the day. So respect to my whole team that we was working at SOBs. Woof, that was nice. It's 2 minutes before the hour, and we're going to have a fun time. We're going to have a hilarious time coming up because I got this sister I've had her on my show before. Very beautiful, melanated sister. Yes, I got to take a deep breath for that one. Because she is she's a big, deep breath, breath of fresh air, chocolate fresh air. I love chocolate, so it is what it is. And of course, you are watching King Simon Presents Only Quality People. And we're also broadcasting on the Numerovation Nation. And you could also hit up all my links at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. We're also broadcasting on Facebook, 2 channels on Facebook, and also we're broadcasting on Twitter at King Simon Prod on Twitter, King Simon Productions on Facebook, and King Simon on Facebook, if you're a friend of mine. So big up to all those that are watching. Yeah. I know people had a good weekend. People said they had a good weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I see Shaka Ra King in the building. What's up? Dove Fly. Dove Fly. Brandon in the building, of course, respect. Frank Rich, what's up, sir? What's up to all of y'all that are tuning in? We got about 12,000 people tuned in. Anytime I see a certain number, I'm going to put the thousands to it because believe me, after I'm finished doing what I do, I've been there, done that, and I'm still doing it, and I ain't over yet. It is now 7 at the top of the hour, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. The other time in the Pacific time, I want to welcome this beautiful sister. I'm happy to have her on. Last year, we had her for a tribute to Dick Gregory, and she did a wonderful job. She's not only an entrepreneur, a laugh specialist, a laugh yoga, corporate wellness coach, comedian, and therapeutic laughter. Make sure you show us some love by going to her Linktree/holistically hilarious, or Facebook at holistically hilarious, or TikTok at holistically hilarious. We want to welcome one only Melanin B in the building. Melanin, how you doing now? What's up, girl? How you doing? Yes, laugh it out. Laugh it out. Put you on this side. Laugh it out. Hold on. Wait. Do you laugh while you're making love? Let me find out. You laugh while you're making love?
I get my giggle on. I get my chuckle on.
Let's get that a round of applause. Okay. That's good. That's good to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get in your enhanced orgasmic arena for while you're making love, laugh until you come. Let's get that a round of applause. I'm just saying, we need to do all of that. First and foremost, thank you very much for being a part of the journey. We're broadcasting on multiple platforms, and thank everybody for tuning in. People are showing some love. People are laughing. Look at that. Kim is laughing. Chakra Kim is laughing. Also, Frank is laughing. Everybody laughing. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to laugh. I like to laugh. That's good. So first and foremost, family, the topic is learn to laugh and live through various ways and modalities and more. Now, my dear, first of all, thank you very much for coming on the platform again and showing some full joy and full love on my platform. You are definitely a part of this chocolate journey. On this chocolate journey, not a chocolate factory, it's a chocolate journey. All right, so how you doing? How's everything in LA?
I am divinely guided and very optimistic. All is well out here in La La Land, aka LA.
La La Land is right. That's what I call it too when I go out there. Mm-hmm. I'll drink to that. Now,
yes, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. That's right. Somebody, as long as I don't get a chair thrown at me, I'm good all the time. So no respect. So first and foremost, a lot of people nowadays don't even understand the importance of laughter. And, me being a comedy buff, or also a former comedy promoter, being a comedian myself on stage with the Caribbean community back in the day, and also in the regular secular community, also working with people like Monteria Ivy of those times, and working with Fig and Freddie Ricks and a lot of different comedians. Tracy, when they first came out, I was working with them. I was right there at Uptown Comedy Club. And I remember people used to come and just enjoy, used to leave their homes and actually come and enjoy every moment of what we were doing and how we were doing things. And, one thing I respect about comedians all the time is that y'all job, pardon me, my computer shut down for a quick second, but it's all good. It's going to come back up. Y'all job is not only a rough one to get on that stage, because I've been on stage, man, and believe me, I know what it feels like to hear the crickets crickle. If that's a word. I've been on that stage when the crickets. I've been on the stage when they threw bottles at me. So I know, and this is a Caribbean audience. Caribbean audience is different, and they will throw at you. They'll throw Guinness bottles. They will throw corn. They threw water bottles. They threw everything they could find in the park. I was a comedic MC, and at that time I pulled off one of the. I had to. The time was moving, and I have to tell this story. The time was moving, and we was about to shut down the show, and we had to get the two last performers on, Buju Banton and Barris Hammond, and Sprague Benz was big at that time, and he was on, and I had to take him off. When I took that man off the stage, went up to him and took him off, they proceeded to throw bottles at me. And Melanin, everybody remembered me because I did not leave the stage. Instead, I started diving and doing rollouts with the mic. I said, I'm not leaving. I'm running back and forth. I'm not leaving because I love you. And I'm running back and forth. Everybody, the whole crowd stopped laughing and just stopped throwing bottles at me and started laughing. Because that was the moment that everybody realized that I was real about this stage. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's one of the last of the Mohicans as far as free speech is concerned. Big up to Dave Chappelle and all the greats. And I was watching Cat Williams on his tour the other day, and big up to all of them and the women that are doing it also. And I know you're like new into the comedy world, right? Would that be a fair assessment? How many years have you been doing comedy?
1 year.
1 year. But you've been doing laugh yoga and all that for how long?
5 years.
5 years. So that's you still there.
It's the same, but it's different. But it's the same. But it's different. But it's the same.
It's another form of helping people to laugh. So, and that's good. And at least you have 5 years in where comedians don't have 5 years in what you're doing. That's different.
Yeah, because it's a different lane versus utilizing only laughter versus actually telling your story or telling jokes and having material. When you do laughter yoga, laughter wellness, all you need is laughter. It's breath work. So transitioning from doing laughter wellness to actually being on the stage was slightly different, but being that I've already done laughter yoga, it helped me to laugh and relax and being able to be more present, enjoy the moment. Even if I, fouled up, I still did great.
And I'm proud of that journey right there. Hold on one second. Just making sure my computer is right and tight. Okay, good. Back on. Good. So, tell us why did you choose to go down that road of helping and guiding people to laugh more, to heal more through laughing? What was that transition all about? Obviously, everybody got a story behind it. So what was your story about you going wanting to help people with laughter? What was your story?
It actually got dropped into my lap. It was not nothing that I initially wanted to pursue. I never initially looked for laughter yoga. Laughter yoga found me. And I was really grateful in 2018 while living in Houston, Texas. I remember when it just, I sometimes I'll be like, damn, like, how did it just find me like it did? But it found me in divine time and at the right time, that's the show. But it assisted me in my journey first. And I realized that it had actual healing benefits when it went in alignment with the content that I was creating, because I knew that I wanted to help people heal with humor, because I was already creating hilarious content, conscious comedy, as I was like calling it back then. And then the universe, my ancestors, they were like, we're about to give you a cherry on the vegan cake. And that's when laughter yoga came. So when I started to laugh and learn the healing benefits, I said, oh yeah, this is most definitely right in alignment with my assignment. So then I decided to want to add it as a healing modality to teach people how to utilize it, because it actually helped me. I was going through a very transitional time in my journey, and the laughter was one of the best medicines that I could accept, because you have to accept laughter yoga. You got to accept laughter. Then that's when I eventually created like Laughasté, but that's a different level of laughter. But when it first came into my existence, into my vortex, I didn't get it actually, because it's something that you got to receive and as they say, understand before you can even overstand to apply it to your life. So once I grasped the concept of the holistic healing benefits and the wellness part of it, I said, oh yeah, I know a lot of people that's depressed, stressed, and have anxiety that can utilize some laughter yoga in their life. So once I started bringing it to the world and to my audience, they really just gravitated towards it, and they wanted to receive it, and it was just on and popping. Everything came together like butt cheeks.
That's funny. I don't know if anybody caught that, but I'm laughing. But if you want to hit up Melanin B's links, go to a linktree/holistically HEALarious, or her Facebook, and also her TikTok at the same name, of course, under the same name, because you'll definitely get a lot of content. She got books, she got cards, she got all types of things that even you and your couple, you and your mate can laugh and have a good time. I used to like to tickle and people used to like to tickle me because I used to like to laugh myself. You know, a lot of sisters that find out that you're ticklish, they jump on you real quick. They try to give you that tickle real quick. I've been there. They tried, my ex-wife, Lord have mercy, tried to tickle me to death. I've been tickled. To matter of fact, back in my young days, they tickled me to like torture. And my cousins will try to tickle, and then it becomes nagging, because now you're just scratching my body and you're not tickling, because now it becomes a little traumatic. Back in those I'm just saying.
I did not mean to laugh at you, but that was hilarious.
But it's real. It's real. People, if you don't want to be tickled, then it can become traumatic in people's lives when you're just, because right now when you're just doing this, now you're getting annoying, and I'm not open to the tickle, especially if you're not open to the tickle. You hear that?
Sorry. That was hilarious. He said, I'm not open to the tickle, but
if you're not open to the tickle, then don't tickle me. That's just what it is, and I can shut it down now as I've grown up. When I was younger, they will tickle me till I peed my pants. And that's what probably traumatized me, because my cousins took advantage of the tickle instead of doing it in a genuine, lovingly manner, when it should have been done lovingly, instead of trying to tickle because you want to see, you want to traumatize me and see me laughing. Because my laughter was so big when I was young. So they wanted to hear that, but then it turned into a cry.
No, I know all about that, because I like to say that I have the $1 billion laugh, which I do. I have a very infectious laugh. Mm-hmm. It's very it's very joyful. But I often, tickle torture is actually a real thing that people do, you know what I'm saying? But you have to, I guess, be open to the tickle. But when you realize that it's a profession, that some people just do it even if they're not, you gotta fake the laughter.
Right.
Yeah, that's just hilarious that you said that, though. Like, it's been around for so long, even as a child. Like, I've never really knew that I had this laugh that I have now, but now that I know the power of laughter and joy,
right,
it's the $1 billion laugh, laughing all around the world, joyfully speaking, and utilizing, a little tickle fun here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I still love to laugh, but sometimes, there's times when I got to shut it down, and when it comes to certain serious matters, and sometimes I laugh it right off. I got that from my father. My father would laugh off any little crazy situation back in the day. He'd just laugh it off, and people say, Trevor, why are you laughing? I just think it's funny, whatever it could be. Somebody could have jumped off a building. Why? I don't know why he did that. And then some people laugh, and that's just how it is, because it's something about laughter that affects us chemically. Can you speak on that, and why it's so important that people do get into their joyful state of humor within themselves, and why the chemicals that might help with that, please?
Well, laughter, is actually hilarious, because you don't really need a sense of humor to laugh. You just have to want to laugh, because they're actually two different sides of the brain. But some people strengthen their humor by utilizing laughter therapy, by helping to produce the serotonin and the endorphins in their body. Because some people actually have a low production of serotonin and low production of endorphins, because they don't allow themselves to experience things that bring them joy and that can produce laughter, because laughter is the audible expression of joy. So when you laugh, you begin to produce the endorphins, which is the first feel-good chemical. It helps to, it is a natural, it's a painkiller, but then people don't know about the serotonin. Serotonin is your natural antidepressant. It's your mood regulator. It helps to regulate your emotions. And a lot of people who experience chronic depression or depression experience chronic stress first. So utilizing laughter in potential stressful situations, people who automatically laugh like you do, your brain is automatically triggered to laugh on command to assist you in a healing process. It's like an automatic mechanism within yourself. So a lot of people are built that way. Their design is that way, but some people, use someone like myself, a laugh coach, to assist them to help them learn how to initiate laughter and to use it as a medicine to produce the serotonin and the endorphins, but it also helps to actually produce oxytocin and dopamine as well, which is two very important neurotransmitters that people seek from other people. Dopamine, that's the reward drug people get from double tapping on social media. Right. Oxytocin, you receive that when you are making love with your friend or your partner or your sneaky link or you're trauma bonding with someone, and that's what keep you connected, and that you feel loved and they're giving you this high. So when you learn how to laugh with yourself and love on yourself with laughter, you begin to realize this is something that I got within me that I don't need to seek from somebody else. And if they can't give me this type of positive dopamine, this positive form of oxytocin, I don't even need
it. Okay, I get it. That sounds good. That's good. Now, I understand that this is nothing new. This is something that's very old and very ancient, the laughing therapeutic part of laughing. It goes back to probably India or Africa, one of those places, because we did laugh in ancient times. You can't say that we was all boring. We just didn't see pictures of it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't. I don't know. Let me clarify. I don't know if they wrote about any of the great pharaohs of times that laughed and had a good time, and it was. But we know they was eating and supping and partying. They did enjoy themselves. From your studies, where did you find that this laugh therapy started from your studies?
Yeah, so I was actually trained and certified by the creator of laughter yoga. His name is Dr. Matt Kataria. He's an Indian physician. So it started in India in 1995. He had about 5 friends in the park, and they just got together and started laughing. It was at that time there was no exercises. They just really got together, looked at each other, and just like that. And then that's how the first laughter club started. And it's still really big in India. It's really big in European countries. It's actually really big. A lot of places besides the U.S. So that's why I am bringing it here to the States, grounding it into realistic practices for melanated people to utilize on their journeys. Because even though I know that Dr. Matt Kataria is the creator of laughter yoga, I know in 1995, I know that our ancestors was cultivating some form of joy through laughter prior to his creating it. So as I continue to go deeper and dive deeper into laughter and how it's been a medicine, because when I think about like our ancestors, we experienced so much trauma and so many different things, but we still been resilient. Right. And joy is the ultimate form of resilience, being able to bounce back from things that was sent to tear you down. And as melanated people, we experienced a lot of things that was meant to tear us down. So even being able to laugh in the field, you are a joyful person. We're naturally happy by design, by creation. Right. And certain things just came in and tried to steal our joy, but it ain't never really stole our joy. It may have put a dent in it. It may have lowered our levels a little bit, but we always find ways to shine and bounce back bigger and better than ever. Because if melanated people would have allowed the situations that took place, with our ancestors to bring us down, we wouldn't be where we are right now, laughing joyfully.
That's right.
I really know that Dr. Matt Kataria, the Indian physician, is the creator of laughter yoga. A lot of people think that I created laughter yoga on my own. I did not. But I did create a lot of laughter yoga exercises, and I did create Laughasté laughter yoga, which is something I feel is more grounded and more easy to be received as a practice. Because even when I took laughter yoga, I'm not trying to, this ain't no shade, I'm too bright to throw it, but it gave, this is div, but I just took it and put my own HEALarious, divinely guided melanated spin on it, and then, that's where I'm at today.
That's what we do naturally as original people. And I know, it didn't start in India. It definitely, because as long as you have children and children are enjoying each other around, they're going to laugh. Children are going to laugh anywhere in the world at whatever. Because I've gone to quote unquote third world countries, and they could be in rural areas, and these children are laughing and playing and enjoying themselves. So that just.
Well, I'm going to say he coined the term laughter yoga and made it a practice.
Right. That's the term. Yeah, that's a term.
Because laughter is universal. And it actually, I've done a study, and that's why I want to go deeper. I didn't mean to cut you off, because I just remembered. I did started to study down the rabbit hole of where it came from. And if there's a Caucasian laughologist, he's probably the only other one, but he said that laughter was created in the Caucasus Mountains because Caucasian. I just thought about it because I actually was like, dang, I want to talk about this. But at the time he was following me, but now he don't follow me anymore. I guess I was too or urban and in my joy for him. Right. But honestly, yeah, because I was in the Laughter Olympics and he was giving races. But anyway, different story. But he said that laughter like originated in the Caucasus Mountains, and he showed Caucasian people looking like beastie. They had all the hair, the long hair. They was on their hands and knees like this. And I was like, you really? And this is why he said that laughter started back. It used to be actually frowned upon because they said they would come down from the mountains and they would laugh. And people would be scared because they couldn't control their emotions. So they used to say laughter, people who laugh uncontrollably and experience high amounts of joy were people who were unable to control their emotions. And then it goes all the way to Mona Lisa. That's why they didn't want her to smile in the picture because they was looking at laughter as a psychotic. And that's why women used to laugh and cover their mouth or wouldn't laugh at all. Women weren't even allowed to laugh at a certain time period. And this is all Caucasian. This was all Caucasian. This ain't nobody melanated. It's all Caucasian people. The women were not allowed to laugh. If the husbands would see their wives laughing, they would look and then they would have to go like this. And even the children were not allowed to laugh because it was a form of you were psychotic. They would want to put you on some sort of medication, and they felt like you just couldn't control your emotions. And they said it goes back to the Caucasus Mountains when they would come down and they were like, oh my God, here come like the laughing hyenas, things like that.
That stick a pin right there, because I was just looking at the website of the hyenas. So it didn't start in the Caucasus Mountains. It started with the animal itself. So if somebody recognized our laughing hyenas, that means it was the animals that taught them how to make that sound like laughter. It wasn't that was the sound because usually the ancestors learned from animals because they was here before us. So you hear ka ka, that's where ka, and then you might have the ba, and the ka represents the spirit, or you hear the roar of the lion, ra, and then they named the sun Ra. There's a connection always there. So that's why when Europeans say something, I always have to cross-reference it and go back because they was in the mountains. Matter of fact, we cleaned them up. The Moors cleaned them up. Exactly. It make no sense. So it don't make sense. And so again, I was watching a debate with Dr. John Henry Clark and this white lady and this white gentleman, and Dr. Clark said, "Oh my gosh," he said it so clever. He said, "Look, I don't come here to debate. I only debate my equals. Everyone else I teach." And that's what he said to him. He shut them all down in there because he's been studying it since he was like 14 years of age. So, but I'm glad that you went there because that's a good place to go because they don't realize that Europe was named after a melanated priestess named Europa. So if when you go to, and Europe was ruled by indigenous Africans that migrated there for 45,000 years, according to J.A. Rogers and his historical work, Sex and Races. And they were called the Grimaldis before they was even in the mountains. So there's some of us that went into, it wasn't Caucasian people, it was the Caucasus Mountains is a whole different thing. Let's leave that alone.
That's what, and when I had that, not to cut trouble, when I had that dialogue with the laughologist, it got to the point where like I felt like I wasn't debating, I was teaching because he was trying to make me accept what he was saying, and I knew that it was a lie.
but that's how they infiltrated us in the first place, making our sisters and brothers accept what they were teaching. You know what I'm saying? And then of course conquering or killing us and all that kind of stuff, or cutting our tongues or killing our babies, all the madness. But that wasn't funny. So we're not going to talk about that. Let's get back into the laugh. But I'm glad that you was willing to whoop that ass a little and put some
joyfully speaking, because we're joyful, not a joke, and you have to be able to joyfully, check somebody and let them know that I am very aware, I'm enlightened. You're not going to just give me anything to accept, and that's all it was. Because
Exactly.
like I said, I did the Laughter Olympics, and I was shocked. I was the only melanated person in there, and the only one representing the United States.
Wow, get that a round of applause. See, so we see, and family now. Note this sister here is born on the 19, which is a 10, which is a 1. So she was number 1 in that field. She's not just number 2, she was number 1. And sometimes the people born under that number 1 or that Leo energy get propelled to the top. So enough respect to all of that. And that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Big up to my co-host that's in the line. Peace and blessings, Carrie Ann Ingram. She's
Love and laughter, Goddis.
What's up, girl? Somebody, they must think you from Haiti. Haiti. Big up to the Haitian Master. Big up to all of them. But I'm glad that, and I hope you come out with some type of historical book on that, because you were the first to do certain things. So you need to really tap in and dive deep into that. If you need any access to anybody that any historians, older historian that can probably verify and clarify for you, I'll connect you with them. Like Professor James Smalls. Happy birthday to Professor James Smalls today.
Yes, happy solar rocker. I was digging through my archive photos because I have a nice photo of me and him down at the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
Right.
So I was trying to find my photo because I wanted to post it in celebration of the solar return today.
Yes. Oh man, I talked to him. I spoke to him earlier. He's doing well, family. Professor Smalls is out of the hospital. He's doing well. His beautiful wife is a nurse, so she's taking care of him at home. That's where he likes to be. And, he just wants all the brothers out there to make sure they take care of the health, because sometimes the older brothers and sisters, they're not laughing enough, or they're not going to the doctor, or they're not doing certain things that to maintain. So he really wants me to say to the brothers and sisters out there to take care of your health. Check out your body speaks to you. So, when your body speaks as a young person, listen to it so you can actually prevent a lot of this stuff as you're getting older. So big up to him, and thank you very much, Professor James Smalls, for all that you've done. And meeting you, a matter of fact, I was in Houston, Texas one time when he was out there right before the pandemic. So enough respect. But getting back, right before the pandemic. So on my birthday, February 1st, he spoke over there, and I came and did security for him. But what I find very interesting is that laughter, it can be very healing, but sometimes people don't realize that some people cover up their trauma through laughter. A lot of people do that. Now, how do you deal with people being a therapeutic laughologist and into the laugh special? How do you deal with people that try to cover it up, and how do you help them to release that? Release that through their trauma?
It's about the first step is to acknowledge that it's called fawning. It's an actual coping mechanism. It's called fawning. Where you utilize joy as a mechanism to not deal with what you need to heal with. Because a lot of times when people start laughing, they start crying, and it's not tears of joy, but it's tears of grief and sorrow, because there's levels to laughter, there's levels to tears. And laughter has the ability to release suppressed emotions within the body. And so when I experience a client that has been suppressed using joy or humor, not even just joy, it's actually humor. Because some people, with a lot of people who are fawning, their laugh is, I don't want to say cynical, but it gives type, it's not giving. You can tell because they have a certain type of a dry or very dark, sinister sense of humor. In which a dark humor is fine, but it's a coping mechanism, and also coping sometimes can keep you compliant and complacent with certain things. So utilizing laughter to release their suppressed emotions, which is an energetic attachment to a trauma or a situation that caused trauma within your body. So I like to take certain steps to properly prepare them for what can happen when they start to laugh deep from the diaphragm, because laughter is breath work. So when you're breathing deeply and you're releasing, and I utilize other holistic practices like mudras, and I utilize Sapana, and that's when your hands, pointed down, and use your fingers, but this is for releasing.
Right.
So we start with this step of first releasing. We reveal, then we release, but it's about making sure when it's coming to the surface that you are properly prepared mentally to heal with the thoughts that come along with releasing the trauma. So remaining joyful, keeping a smile on your face, and being in a safe, sacred space to like really laugh that shit go. Move your body, like laugh and release. Even do like, and you can even do an angry laugh to really laugh that shit go, because you know that you deserve joy, true, genuine joy, and genuine laughter. So you have to really release that. Sometimes you have to force it until it becomes more natural to you. So it's actually a step-by-step process to heal with somebody who is experiencing suppressed trauma and utilizing fawning and humor as a coping mechanism to cover up what they're not healing with.
Let's get that a round of applause. What I do like, especially what I'm reading here, it says joy on the job is so important. Bringing in laughter therapy will uplift your workplace environment and bring amazing results to your staff's well-being and your bottom line. Creating a hilarious, healthy environment where laughter is celebrated and viewed positively will create a place of enjoyment. It's the enjoyment that will create a more productive, more efficient team spirit where everybody will pull together and feel more engaged with the business. Laughter can help your employees become better at their jobs because people feel more motivated in a laughter-rich environment. Sharing laughter in the workplace will bring your teams closer together and get them thinking more creatively. And this is the power that laughter can bring to your business. Whether it's online or in person, a laughter yoga session is a great well-being workout for you and your team. Now, I like that because I remember, working at a nightclub, and I've been working at nightclubs for many years. I used to work at nightclubs, and we were laughing because we would, we'd be backstage and doing all kinds of stuff, or up in the promotional room and talking all kind of stuff. And, we've had comedy night, Latin night. I've met some extraordinary people that made me laugh in the world. You never know they was comedians until you meet them. Like somebody celebrated their birthday yesterday, Celia Cruz, comedian, but she was funny, big Latin, beautiful sister. Simone, and she'll tell jokes in Spanish, and all the Spanish people are laughing around her. She had him. Gil Scott Heron, I met him, laughter after laughter, as much as he was serious about what he was going to do. He was about to go get his thing and get his fix. He was serious. He told his jokes. And so being in a club life for most of my life and being born in a nightclub, I've experienced laughter and, all the rest of the stuff that comes with the clubs. Now, I know you do comedy, you do stand-up comedy, which is a little different than what you do as far as the laugh yoga and what you do for corporate America and corporate businesses. How has that changed you in a way to at least respect? Because you say you've been in the comedy for a year or 2 years, but you've been doing the therapy for 5 years or more. So what's the difference? Well, how do you feel about that? What's the difference between those two?
The environment is completely different. The energy that you give is completely different. It takes more energy to tell jokes, to tell your story, than it is to just laugh with people. Mm-hmm.
Now,
because corporate wellness is a completely different ballgame from even doing like laughter yoga, because there's levels to laughter yoga. So if I'm doing a laughter workshop that holistically HEALarious is cultivating, people are coming in knowing what to expect because they either purchase tickets, they want to be involved, they come into a class, they know they're about to laugh and learn how to laugh and relax and laugh and heal. And when I'm doing stand-up comedy, I just got to give it my all and go balls deep and lay my material down the right way, make sure my punchlines are hitting, make sure my energy is there, make sure I'm present, I don't get distracted and things like that. When I'm doing corporate wellness, it's about information. That's where I'm more into the laugh specialist, where I am teaching people how to utilize laughter to help build like strong teams, communication, productivity, to boost morale, increase productivity within the workers. And I love when the CEOs of the companies get involved as well. It's a whole different ball game, but it's in different energies and different parts of you, because comedy focuses more on humor.
Right.
Healing with humor. Laughter yoga is laughter. And corporate wellness is more edutainment infused with the laughter yoga, teaching them, okay, so why should I hire you? Why do my staff need you? Why does my organization need Holistically Hilarious, the company Holistically Hilarious? And then I explain to them, what the benefits are and how hiring laugh specialists can help to improve your place of employment, because work culture is important. Being able to retain top tier talent and not have a high turnover rate is about creating an environment where your employees feel appreciated and respected. And that's why you got joy on the job is so important, because people are not just employees, they're people too.
Now get that around of applause. Now, family, I want everybody to do what I'm doing here. Join her mailing list. I'm going to join with another email also. Join her mailing list, and so you'll never miss an update. Right now, you can go to her website. It's right there. I put it in the chat. It's also in the link tree, but you can go and join her list. We're going to build that email list out there, so you can always find out and subscribe. I just subscribe. It's all right to subscribe and check out her website and enjoy and get the information. And again, feel free to get her products also, because she got a lot of products up there too. She be doing some stuff, man. And she got workshops. She got testimonials going on. She got a lot. She got the Laugh Yoga sessions. She got HEALarious workshops. She got comedic keynote speakers. And she's a special request. She got all of that going on. And also you can deal with her online yoga class if you want to, also online therapy for people that might be going through some mental health issues and things that you might go through. I even wanted to recommend her for one of my family members, but he wasn't up for it, so I just left him alone. If you're not ready, I leave it alone. I don't force nothing on no one, and I know you don't suggest that, because it will not be a good session if you try to force anything on anybody. I know how that works, so it's very important. I see people are laughing in these pictures here, these scrolling pictures. Tell us about some of those classes that you be having over there, girl, because it look like they having a good ass.
That right there was my very first. That one, her name is Eris. She's still she's a friend now in real life. She's my fairy friend. But that was my very first Laughter in Raleigh's full moon ceremony. I'm big on the names, honey. And that was in June of 2019. Very fabulous, very amazing. Like that, her laugh is fictitious. Infectious? Whatever, but it's amazing. And all those people in those clips right here, they came like that day. Because I was like, oh my God, people wasn't really purchasing tickets. It was so new. The spirit of joy pulled up on people, and they patronized, and they came out that night, and it was amazing. And then ever since that, I was having those events 5 months in a row, and every full moon, the same people came, and they brought somebody every single time. So the other event that you see, this right here, that lady right there that's going this, she had booked me to do Laughter Yoga at her book release in Houston, Texas. And that was my first time anybody ever sent a lift for me to pick me up, sent a lift to take me home. Yes, and they paid me. And I had just started doing Laughter Yoga, and she booked me based off of a conversation that I had.
Okay. Give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause.
Houston, Texas was where I got my foundation, like my footstools, my footsteps. And that was even the first place where I did stand-up comedy, at the Jump Joint in Houston, Texas.
Okay. Well, Houston is connected to the number one energy, so I wouldn't doubt that Houston would never help you out. And numerology is connected to one. So you know
what? Let me say, like I study like astrocartography. My sun sign runs through Houston, Texas. So that's why when I left Omaha, I went there.
Right, Leo runs through.
I didn't know about the numbers.
Yeah. But the numbers run through it too. So that's good. I'm glad for that sister that helped you out. Houston, what's up, Houston, Texas? Checking my analytics, I see that my demographic is 35 and up to 65. So that's good, between 35 and 65. So I got a good demographic. Majority 35 to 45. There's a lot of people watching me from 40 to like 55. And then from 55 to 65, I was checking my analytics. The numbers are growing. So thank y'all very much for supporting me, family. I'm really loving it. Thank y'all. Numbers are growing. If y'all want to be, like I said before, if you want to be a sponsor, you know what it is. I want to make sure I show y'all can be a sponsor. You can run people, and that's why I only have quality people. But if a sponsor and advertise during our commercial break and intermission, you can email Carrie at carrieanningram.com or ksptvmedia@gmail.com, and we can run the advertisement through all the programs. And my show is on every Wednesdays and Sundays. Every Sundays and Wednesdays, put it like that. Every Sundays and Wednesdays. So big up to all those sponsors that people are showing love. And let me go back to your website, because you got a shop too. You got a shop. I want to make sure we see some of these shops that you got going on. Look at that shop there. Shop HEALarious. All things HEALarious. You got a mug you could drink out of and have tea with your mate, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. They got the cards. They got the tones, laugh tones, and everything going on. Free shipping under orders over $33. She's keeping that master number popping. This is her This is a mug now. Y'all drink tea. Y'all drink your herbal tea and your coffees. You know what it is. And remember, HEALarious Apothecary. That's right. She got all of that going on. You can still sign up for her email. She will spread love. And I believe she has let me see. I know she got fashions. I think she got some fashion popping up in here. Let's see what shows up. There you go. She got t-shirts for y'all to laugh your ass off. Yes. Let's laugh our ass off. Go ahead. What'd you say, baby?
I said, ooh, you look like you healing.
That's right. Ooh, you look like
and ooh, you look like you intentionally sipping. And I wanted to say the intentions behind this HEALarious Laughformation mug, so people can really understand why I created it with the colors. Because my whole brand is intentional with the colors and everything. So it's yellow in here for joy. You sipping on some joy. And then the mantra on here says, I choose to laugh at petty shit because joy is my superpower. So anytime a petty person try to penetrate your peace on purpose, you inhale love and you laugh and release. Set your healthy boundaries to protect your peace. So that's when you intentionally sip, it helps to strengthen your joy muscle so you can flex it. That people don't know, like laughter helps you to strengthen your mental immune system. You got a joy muscle. You got to build it up like any other muscle. So when you sipping and you are activating your throat chakra, utilizing this HEALarious mug, it'll help you to laugh at petty shit. So if you had like anger issues, if you were a person that always like to go back and forth, you was ready to tell somebody you got the right one today and go off, don't lower your vibrations. Inhale love and laugh and release. Set healthy boundaries to protect your peace. And intentional out of the Laughformation mug. It's intentional.
Okay, she got the Laughformation mug. Let's laugh at it. Let's applaud it. Let's do all of it. Oh man, this has been great. I'm very happy that we did get to do the interview and have a good time. Remember, she's available as a comedian also. Remember, she can do and host your events. Look at them eyes. Them eyes will look right through your ass. I'm telling you right now. So you go ahead and play around with them eyes. Hold on. Let me throw that back up there. Like I said, the eyes will look right through you now. Don't make it like a girl. She'll see right into that. She will see your ass right into next week. You play around. You better watch out. I'm trying to tell y'all, HEALarious comedy. They call her Chakra Khan. I like when she told me that. I started laughing. Okay, there she goes. And she's had a journey. She's had a journey that will make you laugh, make you want to. Marvin Gaye used to talk about make you want to holler. She got a journey that make you holler, but it makes you laugh. Is there any one of those journeys you want to divulge before you leave? Because people want to know you still human.
Yeah, the most realest journey I had to learn was to accept joy in the midst of experiencing tower moments in my life. Because tower moments are divine intervention. A lot of people want to manifest these grand, spectacular lives that want to be, purposeful and prosperous and being in line with all of these things to manifest. But in order to do that, you have to realize that your current situation is not going to allow you to align with your desired destination. So the universe come in with divine intervention, aka what they call in the spiritual community a tower moment. So what I had to do was to laugh and relax instead of creating resistance for the need to be done. Because you can prolong yourself to be in the pits of preparation for something that is already ready to enter into your life. So I spent a lot of time in stagnation and extended preparation, not wanting to receive divine intervention because I was so hell bent on having certain things to go my way. So when you are not able to release control of certain things and allow it to just come together like butt cheeks and trust the process because you're doing the inner work, which is laughing and relaxing, maintaining your vibrational frequency to be in alignment to receive what you need on your journey. That's so important. So on my journey, one of the main things I had to focus on to maintain my Laughasté And Laughasté means laughter and joy. Because like I said, laughter is an audible expression of joy. And Laughasté is an emotional well-being. I would knock myself up out of that vibrational frequency by overthinking, trying to control, not accepting what's being presented to me, and things of that nature, which took me out of the flow. And it was taking me places where I didn't really want to go. So that was actually all of 2022. And it started in March when the actual new year started. And then it ended in March this year when the actual new year started again. So it was a whole year that I took to really understand that everything is working for me, even when I feel like it's working against me. It's going against what I feel I deserve, because I maybe wasn't thinking big enough. I wasn't thinking logically in the form of even manifesting. You still got to have some form of logic and get grounded and rooted in certain things. So the biggest like trial or obstacle that I had to conquer was laughing and relaxing and being able to laugh and release the need to control. And that came with me utilizing the guap, the belly laugh. And that's actually from your solar plexus chakra, because that's where your need to control the situation of all outcomes, which some things are out of your control that you can't. So yeah, I had to laugh and relax. And it was about a year worth of me getting tired of my own shit and being like, you know what, things always really work out. Let me release. And once I energetically and mentally released, it came in and I was able to receive so much in abundance.
Get that a round of applause, family. Yeah. All right. Lastly, I know you're set for doing a tour soon, and I want to make sure that how can people find out more about you as you prepare your tour? Please let people know how they can reach you in multiple ways. I know I've been sharing everything on the bottom here. It's been scrolling and doing all of that. But please, any other ways they can contact you, or just through all this apparatus that I've been sharing right now?
Subscribe to the HEALarious newsletter. When you become a HEALarious newsletter subscriber, you will be in the loop of hilarious laughter. You will always know what's going on and where I'm going to be and where you can pull up on me.
Okay. Great. Well, once again, want to thank you. Thank you very much for tuning in, locking in, and being a part of the journey. Of course, this melanated journey is not for the weak. You know, like the late great David A. Arnold used to say, it's not for the weak. This is not for the weak. What we doing, what people are doing, what people do online, what people do on the stage, and trying to uphold this freedom of speech as melanated people is not for the weak. So keep on doing what you're doing, my sister. And don't you stop doing it. I won't even encourage you to stop. I'll say, girl, stop playing. Just keep on kicking ass and taking numbers. That's what I would tell you to do. That's how I feel, because one of my teachers used to say, KKK, King Simon. I said, what's KKK? He said, Kung Fu, karate, and kicking ass. That's what he used to talk about. So big up to him, the late great Marvin Gatlin, and big up to you, my sister. I'm going to put you in the background, so hold on, and I'll be right with you after I finish this whole program. Okay? All right. I love and light. Give her a round of applause, family. Laughasté. That's right. Melanin B in the building. We're going to talk to her in a few. Okay. All right. That's right. That she is off stage right now. Family, make sure you support our sister in any way you can. This is her link tree. This is her Facebook. This is her TikTok. Remember, she got, of course, a Cashapp, $ HEALarious, and Zelle and Vimo. That's hilarious, holistically hilarious at gmail.com. You could also email her at that also to show us some love and keep her going and keep things going, because it's not an easy road. It's not that easy road. Not like Buju Banton used to sing. It's not an easy road. All of us, we as melanated people have to work 10 times as harder when we get in the stages of life, because we are the original people of the universe, and we got to show that respect. On that note, one family, just want to remind everybody that you have been watching King Simon Presents Only Quality People and the Numerovation Nation on YouTube. Now, it will not be on Numerovation Nation for too long. I am broadcasting on just to get more people to watch on those there, but I always turn that off on that channel and keep it on this channel, because the interviews are for here. The metaphysics stuff is for there. And of course, again, don't forget, this coming Wednesday, we have my dear business partner in Vibes here, the one, the only Carrie Ann Ingram will be in the building. And we're going to have this beautiful sister, Selena Cordoba Il from Cordoba Organics will be in the building. Healing with Natural Products will be in the building. That's, I said, the Duke of Tears' wife will be here. And family. Linktree/King Simon, the numero Veda, last call for y'all to get in for this alcohol. Last call for the alcohol, family. Last call to get into this applied numerovation class. Last call. I'm only accepting 50 people. Tickets have been selling slowly but surely, but it's all right. Whoever's in there is going to get. That means those are the ones that really wanted to learn this, and I'm going to give it my 1,000. I'm going to give it my 1,000 when it comes to teaching this stuff in 3 hours, because you're going to find out that it's really not about the 3 hours. It's about the information and what you do with the information. So please, by all means, if you can sign up for the class, come on out and enjoy. And then on the 29th, after we do the God Power thing, we're going to have Phil Valentine on with us. He goes talk about it. It's going to be good. Being a man and woman is an experience, not a job description. And do remind everybody that Carrie Ann Ingram is a certified spiritual energy healer and guide. Make sure you hit her up at the website, carrieanningram.com, or her link tree at Carrie Ann Ingram. And Lloyd Strayhorn is also a sponsor of the program. We do barter sponsorship with each other, so he's family. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up at the number there, 800-581-4401. Big up to Nicholas Brooklyn. They had a successful event with Kaba Hayawata Kamene yesterday with Kafunya and Lloyd and everybody. It was a great. That's a place you need to go there. Holistically Hilarious Melanin needs to go there. She needs to go to Nicholas Brooklyn. She's never been to New York, so we need to book an event for her. We're gonna have to do something together over there, so we're gonna get ready for that. And if you've never been to Africa, if you've never been to Egypt, Kwesi, the one, the only Ashwa Kwesi, takes you on a 15-day historical trip. It's not metaphysics, it's historical, because the history removes the mystery. All right. So that's where we're going to be at. So make sure you get that number, call, and tell them King Simon sent you. Remember, if you want to be a sponsor or advertise during our commercial break or intermission, please email at us. Those are emails. And remember, advertisement doesn't cost, it pays. And my books are on Linktree/King Simon, the numero Veda. My 2-hour introductory class through Udemy is on Linktree/King Simon, the numero Veda. If you want to take my 8-hour course, Linktree/King Simon, the numero Veda. And if you want to book a session with me, please text me at 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. And I am thankful for my life. And as we close with Dr. Delbert Blair, please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you. And in the immortal words of the late, great Dr. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. In the great words of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God. And in the immortal words of the one, the only, Maya Angelou, and still we rise. Family, keep on rising to the top. I love you. I respect you. Have a great day. Have a great afternoon. Have a great evening. Wherever you be watching this, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth, you have been watching your host, King Simon from King Simon Presents, Only Quality People and the Numerovation Nation. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numero Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numero Beta for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, motivation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%. Poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the classes.